Solo Wolfpack, this episode is going to be a little different because it isn't really about how we play the game. It's more about how we think the game. We need to control the gap, but not the defensive gap. The gap I'm talking about is the gap that exists between action on the ice and your reaction to that action. It was once said that in between stimulus, action, and response, reaction, there is a gap. And in that gap is the power to choose our response. And in your response lies your growth and your power. This is not only true for hockey, but kind of all things in life, really. The ability to control this gap gives you superpowers. Not like X-Men superpowers, but close, I guess. You're powerful because even though you cannot control the action, you can control your reaction. And a good decision at the bottom of this gap can have a massive impact on the outcome of the play or even the game. In a game, there's hundreds of actions and reactions, which means there are hundreds of opportunities for you to be powerful and impactful, to exercise your superpowers, to positively affect the result. The positive influence of controlling the gap is not measured in goals and assists, but outcomes. This is why we practice, and why your coaches demand your best effort in every game and in every practice. Because consistently producing positive outcomes is an outcome in itself. It is the result of engaging with the knowledge and experience held within our games and practices, and working to control the three main elements involved in controlling that gap. These elements are awareness, work ethic, and skill. Some people are gifted in one or two of these areas and enjoy some success, but that's not the path to excellence. Understanding and engaging with all three of these is where true excellence can be found. The big thing to understand is, though, we as coaches can't do that for you. Engaging and executing is up to you. And it starts with little things. In terms of hockey, it's things like good puck placement so we can win a battle. Correct and consistent positioning in the offensive defensive zone. Recognizing opportunities at face-offs and in corners. And being committed to working hard. Little things become big things. And every second you're on the ice, you have an opportunity to be powerful and impactful. Committing to excellence in these three key areas will increase positive outcomes by giving you the gift of time and space. If you know your role and where the other players are on the ice at that exact second, you increase your gap by having a plan for the puck through awareness. If you hustle to a puck and gain an extra second on a defender, you increase your time and space through work ethic. If you trust your edges, your shot, and your speed, then you increase your gap through effective and fluid movements, quicker releases on shots and passes through your skill. All of these examples may only increase the available time to develop this response by a second or a millisecond. But in our game, a second or a millisecond can be the difference between a save or a goal, a pass or a turnover, a win or a loss. So use these elements and give yourself the gift of time and space. Commitment and consistency in games and practices is critical to unlocking your superpowers and is the difference between good and great. Greatness is achieved through excellence. Excellence is the result of powerful habits. Powerful habits are the result of commitment to the mastering of the elements held within the brief and somewhat unseen gap between action and reaction. The best part is your coaches are seeing it happen. To prove it, I've grabbed a few examples for you guys of you using your superpowers and positively influencing outcomes. I only took a few clips of this video because I do have to sleep at some point. Be assured that in the many hours of being on the ice with you, on the bench with you, and watching game videos, thanks Chris, I have watched every one of you use your superpowers at some point in every game. So if you aren't in the video, it doesn't mean you haven't done it. You have, and your coaches see it. So ask yourself, do we want to be good or do we want to be great? Hope you enjoy.